Modern women are now financially dependent on their employers, who are typically male.
Modern women are now financially dependent on their employers. Yeah, so are men. Notice how he does this thing where he manipulates the narrative by only giving selective information, by only talking about half of the situation. He could have said modern people are financially dependent on their employers, but he specifically singled out modern women because of the narrative that he's trying to send. It's the same phenomenon as when a lot of red pillars will talk about the male rate, where they say, men are victims because men tend to take their own lives at higher rates. And yet what they're completely neglecting is that, yes, while men tend to complete suicide at higher rates, women tend to attempt it at higher rates. And this is not like a suffering contest, right? Like, it's not about like, oh, well, that means the women suffer more than men and we should feel worse for them. We should have compassion for both of these groups of people, for sure. But only talking about half of the equation that makes it convenient for you to run with a specific narrative is really manipulative. Because if you presented the other half of the equation as well to people, your narrative would kind of crumble on itself. Think about like in an interpersonal context. Think about somebody who's coming to you and saying, oh my God, my friend Lacey, she just completely cut me off. And she said, I don't ever want to hear from you again. And you go, oh my God, like that's so heartless. That's so cold. That's terrible of her. And then you go talk to Lacey and Lacey says, this person killed my cat. Like, of course, I don't want to talk to them anymore because they murdered my cat. Wouldn't you then go to this first person and be like, yo, you completely neglected half of the equation. You didn't tell me the full story because there was something that you wanted me to believe. People do this with argumentation all the time. They selectively choose what information to give you. They cherry pick the information they're presenting so that you will believe their narrative instead of presenting you with the full spectrum of the information at their disposal that doesn't actually fit their narrative.